All right. Thanks everyone for taking your time to be on this session tonight. I'll start by introducing myself, the company, what we are into. I've got a few slides to share. I'll share my own slide, then I'll hand over to the facilitator as well, who will run you through what and what probably will be covered on the journey or why you should consider switching a career to IT project management or Scrum. So to start with, and at the end of the session, we will welcome any questions or any questions. We answer any questions at the end of the sessions. So to start with, my name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. And what we do at Learn with Pride is we help people that wants to transition from non-IT or non-technical background into the IT space. So we run different IT courses or trainings ranging from IT project management, Scrum Master, product owner, business analysis, data analysis, DevOps engineer, software automation, testing, and manual testing as well. But today we only focus on IT project management. That's the session we are having today. So, and about the company, we've been going strong for the last 4 years. As I said, we run different courses in IT. And about my own self, I transitioned as well. And that's the reason I know how to take people from point A to point B. My background was accounting before I transitioned into software automation engineer, whereby I write codes, probably in programming language like C# now. But yeah, so if I can do it, this is what I tell my student, anybody can do it as well. It's just a bit of, you just need to put your determination, put your sweat, your all into it, and you can make it happen. So a little bit about, as in, why consider a career change now? Why IT project management or why Scrum? Since after COVID, the IT industry has been really buzzing. Buzzing in the sense that, companies now realize that you don't need to be physically present in the office or workspace before you can carry out your duties. So there has been a lot of remote jobs. It doesn't matter whether you live in the UK, whether you live in the US, whether you live in Africa, it doesn't matter. You might be living in Africa and you can secure a job, remote job with a company in Australia, with a company in the UK. You might be living in the UK and secure a remote company, a remote job with a company in Africa. So it has made that possible. So whether you have a plan of traveling or you just want a family balance or you just want a job that will give you, what you truly deserve, this is why you should consider this career switch as well. Um, so I have few slides I'll need to go through. Then afterwards, I'll call on the facilitator to share one or two lights into the journey as well. So why project management? Let me quickly go so I don't waste your time. I'm going to leave all this to the SME subject matter expert. But the area of interest to me is, the pay. I'm going to be using UK as a point of reference because that's where I live. But this doesn't matter. This is applicable everywhere or anywhere. The average salary for a project manager in the UK is around from 50,000 upwards. And if you're considering a contract jobs, let's say 2-month contract, 3-month contract, 6-month contract, you're looking around probably £400 a day, £500 a day, £600 a day. If you're getting £400 per day, that is like £8,000 per month. Even if the contract is only for 6 months, 8,000 times six, that is a lot of money. Some people don't get that in 2 years. So that is the kind of space you can put yourself, but before you can put yourself in that space, you need to acquire the right knowledge. You need to acquire the right skill. This is not a wish game, or I did it, like luxury. Most of us always wish that, oh, I did when I played, probably I'll win. I could have won that 30 billion. But you never played. And that is the thing. If you never play, you can never win. You can only wish. Same thing applies to transitioning as well. Probably a few months ago, a friend of yours did the same training and probably now working with a big pay. You are now wishing that, oh, Adebin, you've done that training 3 months ago. Probably you could have gotten such job as well. So when it comes to transitioning, we need to put ourselves out there. We need to develop ourselves. We need to, invest in ourselves so we can put ourselves in that space whereby we can be able to compete with people who has been doing it in the industry for 2-3 years as well. Another good thing why people are considering a career change to IT project management is because in the UK at the moment, it's one of the shortage skilled worker in the UK, meaning you can be anywhere in any part of the world, whether Nigeria, whether Ghana, whether Zimbabwe, and you see a job, you apply for it. If you are good enough, they can apply for a sponsorship visa for you right from your home country. That is another benefit that you can get from it. I was talking to a friend of mine today. He said someone they have a visitor that came from Nigeria for an interview in the UK. This company paid for a flight to travel from Nigeria to the UK for an interview. She's having the interview tomorrow and traveling back to Nigeria, I think day after. These are the opportunities that you can get, but you have to be skilled before you can even put yourself in that space to compete. Another reason is you can work remotely in any part of the world. As I said, you can be in Ghana and get a remote job with a company in Australia, and you'll be paid in foreign currency as well. Many people are looking for, you know, um, w- small job, big money. I think that is all what we pray for. At the comfort of your home. You don't need to go through the hustle, the bustling, the traffic to get to work. As long as you have a workable laptop, as long as you have a Wi-Fi, then you are good to go. You can work any part of the world. And it's in high demand as well. I told you, since post-COVID, any any career in IT has been really buzzing since post-COVID. So this is actually the right time to make the move, and that is what we stand for. That is what we help people. It is not, our training is not theoretical. We don't preach certification. We don't preach certification in the sense that that is coming from my own personal experience. Certification alone will not get you the job. You need hands-on practical experience, and that is what we stand for. You'll be able to go through practical training with us, and not only that, you'll be able to get your hands dirty by working on a live project as well, whereby you work as part of a team to deliver a solution. That is the thing that will get you the job. The know-how is what will get you the job. All right. So if you are to come on this journey, on this journey with us, what are you going to get? Let's quickly go through that. So the program is for 3 months. It's a 3-month program, but for the first 5 or 6 weeks, we concentrate on the practical training. That'll be twice a week for 6 weeks. The good thing about this training as well is you'll be exposed not only to IT project management, but you as well be exposed to, a Scrum Master role. The reason being that when you start applying for jobs, you are not restricting yourself only to IT project management. If you see any Scrum Master role as well, you can apply. We are doing this just to increase your chances of securing that job early. That is the reason why we are doing a double combo. So you are getting 2 trainings. for the price of one. Also on the project as well, you get to act as both on the project as well, which gives you the exposure that you need so that when you start attending interviews, you know what to say. You are not lying on the interviews. You are actually talking from experience because you've experienced it before. And the way we equip you is, at the end of the 3 months, we want you to be able to, as I said, compete with people who has been doing it in the industry for the last 2, 3, 4 years. And this is possible. It is possible because myself talking to you today, I'm a testament to that. And many of my students as well are testament to that. But before that can happen, you need to devote your time into the process as well. As I said, the training might be twice a week, but if you come on board or if you enroll, you cannot restrict your own learning to twice a week. Your learning has to be an everyday thing for the duration of the program. And you'll be surprised where you find yourself when you start going for interviews, things that you think you don't know that will come to you naturally because you devote your time into the process for the duration of that 3 months. So it is possible to undergo a 3 months boot camp with a great determination, commitment, and all of that. And you put yourself in a position whereby you can compete effectively with people who has been doing it for long out there. So that is possible. So the program is for 3 months, but the practical training is for 6 weeks. Also, the tutor or the facilitator that will be taking you on the journey has got many years of experience working as a project manager, working as a scrum master, working as a business development manager. So you have a lot to learn or to gain from him as well. Aside the training, you'll be involved on the project. The project is another 2 months whereby you'll be working with a full Scrum team. There will be developer in your team, you as a IT project manager or Scrum master, there'll be business analyst, there'll be tester. You have a full Scrum team to work with. So this is not a capstone project that you'll be working on. This is a real life project that you will be working on. So I believe the best way you can learn is just to get your hands dirty. And that is why we don't deal with capstone. Make believe, we don't do make believe, as in you experience the journey right from the very scratch with us. It now depends on you how much you want to learn, how far do you want to go, but we are always there to support you all the way, all the way. Also, now that you've undergone the training is done, you've done the project as well. Now you can act or you can, function effectively as either a project manager or a scrum master. But if this stage is missing, optimization of your brand, if you are not visible in the market, then you would not be getting the calls from the recruiters. When you are not getting the calls, you are not surely you won't get the job. So that is why this stage is equally important as the first two, because you have to be visible. Your CV, especially when you want to start applying for international jobs, your CV needs to be optimized to the international standard as well. Also, your LinkedIn presence. LinkedIn has now become a popular or a professional marketplace where recruiters now go to end on. So you need to be visible on there as well. So this stage cannot be overemphasized. It has to be done. If it's not done right, then you'll be wondering or imagine that what is happening. I can do the role now, but I'm not getting the calls. That is why you are not visible in the market. So we show you, you know, ways we collaborate, we partner with one of the best in the industry as well when it comes to CV revamp or LinkedIn optimization that we can refer you to and you get a discount. Also, we show you how, or the job sites you can upload your CVs, how to make your CV searchable, and all of that. And quickly, let me mention why on this point. If you enroll with us or if you come on board with us, what are the things that comes with the package or with the money that you're paying? So you get the practical training from us. You get to work on a live project. You get the mentorship. You get the support, interview preparation. Also, all our courses are CPD registered, meaning it meets the professional standards, and the certificate that you're going to get at the end of the journey, it's recognizable in over 60 countries. Let me quickly show you. So I can as well paste it on the chat for people that wants to make further research about this company. So this is the company, they are called CPD Standard Office. And this is us, this is our company there as well. You can read more about the company, the benefit that is attached to the certificate that you'll be getting. I'm going to paste the link in the chat. So for anyone who is interested in learning more about this company, um, you can go on their website and learn more, but you'll be getting that certificate at the end of the journey. And also, for the duration that you are with us, we are going to give you a work reference because you'll be working with us. So surely, which you can put on your CV at the end of the journey or when you start applying for a job as well. We'll be glad to give you the reference. After optimization of brand, then you are now visible, then you start applying for jobs. When you start applying for jobs, recruiters start reaching out to you, then you get interviews. This is another stage that we support you with as well. We do interview preparation with you so that you can be readily prepared and you can go in for your interview with confidence as well. This is part of the support, because what I realize is when you are making this kind of a journey or transitioning, you need a support. Without a support, you can get fed up easily. You can say, you know what, I'm just tired of the whole process. Let me go back to what I was doing because I'm not getting the support that I need. That is why I ensure that all the support that you need on the journey, are readily available to you. It's just for you to ask for the support. You don't even need to ask for the support. The support is there. But if anything at all, the people are always there to help you out and to guide you as well. All right. So these are just the sample project management jobs. Again, these are the UK. These are based on the UK market. The first one is a contract one, paying 650 to 750 per day. Imagine getting 600 per day, that is 12,000 pounds per month. And let's say the contract is for 3 months. Even 3 months, that's a lot of money, but surely the contract is always more than 3 months. The other one is paying 80 pounds per day. Let's just say 700 pounds per day. That's like 14,000 pounds per month. And you can see length of the contract, 3 to 4 months. So let's just say 4 months. 14,000 times 4 months. You know, that is a lot of money as well. Many people don't get that in 2 years. Because the average salary in the UK is between I think 26 to 40,000 for majority. So if you are getting that, you are way, 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 way ahead of many. The next one is the contract. Sorry, this is not a contract. This is the permanent role paying between 85 and 90. And the second one on the right is paying between 65 and 72. You'll be wondering, how possible can I get this after the program? You can get it. People doing this job, they don't have two heads as well. And again, I always use myself as a testimony. I did back then as well. It was a 3-month journey that I embarked on back then as well. And my very first role that I got was even a senior. It was a senior automation engineer role. This was someone who just completed a 3-month course. And even the one I did, the training I did back then, there wasn't enough support for me. So I had to do most of it myself, compared to now that you have the support at your disposal. So you can get it. You can, if you put yourself in the game, if you put yourself, if you acquire the necessary skills and knowledge, I tell you, you can compete with such roles. But when you don't have the knowledge, because many of us, we are too keen about certification, you know. Tolu Lokwe, please, if you can stop writing on the screen, I really appreciate that. Tolu Lokwe, please. Thanks. Um, So yeah, we need to acquire the right skill. Many of us think it's the certificate, or I need to do PMP certificate, I need to do Prince2 certificate. Certificate is good to have. Professional certificate is good to have. Don't get me wrong. But that's not the thing that will get you the job. That's not the thing that will put you in the game. It is your experience, it is your knowledge, your know-how that will get you that job. It is your know-how that will get you that job. That is why we focus and we preach more on practical training and experience. At your own free time, if you still desire, you can go and write the certification just for your own record purpose. You can do that. There's nothing wrong in doing that. But if you are looking to secure a job in that field, it is your experience that counts. It is your experience, what you can demonstrate to the recruiters. That is what will get you the job. Also, so these are just some of the few things that we look at. Probably if you come on the journey tools, WBS, Jira, MS Project, Planet Poker, Idea Board. These are just few of the tools. But when you are going through a project management training, because we'll be dealing with both the waterfall approach and the agile approach. One of the key tools that we need on the journey is MS Project. And funny enough, this MS Project hasn't got a free version to even use. There's no free version. So if you need to have it, you have to purchase it. You need to buy it. But for those that wants to come on the journey, for those that actually wants to embark on that journey of change, journey of career transitioning, I'm going to be giving you this for those that will be enrolling. The training is starting on the 29th of May. So for those that will be enrolling on or before the 29th, everyone that will be enrolling will get this one for free from me. And this is not just for the training. As long as you have that laptop, you are going to have access to this MS Project that I'm going to give to you. And the cost of it on its own alone, you can see this is from the Microsoft website. It costs £679 only for this tool, which is necessary on this journey. But for anyone enrolling between on or before the 29th, I'm going to be giving this out for free as long as you enroll. And not only that, so the cost, you'll be wondering, what is even the cost of this training? The cost of this training is 600, let's say £600, 599. That's the cost. But again, I'm going to do something. For anyone that want to enroll as well, on or before the 29th as well, if you are going to be paying in full, then I'm going to give 40% off this price. If you are paying everything at once, I'm going to be giving 40% discount for anyone paying in full on or before the 29th. But for those that wants to pay 2 installments, I'm going to be giving 20%. So if you are going to be paying in installment, that will be 20%. Half payment is required to start, and the other half can be paid within 4 to 5 weeks after you start on the training. But everything needs to be completed before you actually get on the live project. So that's the offer for today. That is what I'm offering for today. Just in case, probably even after this call, or you want to enroll, or you have any questions you want to ask me personally, you can take a screenshot of your screen right now. You can get me on WhatsApp on the number on your screen right now. Then we can go through any questions that you may have as well. So that is it from me for now. I'm going to come back to the slide later on, but now, without further ado, let me introduce you to the guy that will be taking you on the journey if you are to enroll, just to share more light into, why project management or why Scrum, why this is the best time to embark on the journey. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and Tone Ayo, over to you. You can take it from here. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Aki. What a wonderful way to start. Please confirm if you can hear me so that I'm sure that.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. My name is Tonwai. I'm going to introduce myself much better as I share my screen with you. I have just a few minutes to spend with us. So I'm going to make justice with what I have. And I hope that as we finish this journey, we'll be able to be convinced that, it's the right time for us to start. So can you also see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So Aki has said almost everything that I have on this slide. I mean, he has covered most of the nitty-gritties of it, but I'll just expound you into what you'll be experiencing directly from my classes. So this is a learning waterfall and agile methodologies are the things we're going to focus on when you enroll for this course, and it's going to be an interesting one to you. So I'm trying to move very fast. This is the content that I'm going to share with you today. Like I said, my name is Tonwai David. I'm a certified Prince 2 project manager and experienced in both agile and waterfall projects. When I say experienced, I've had my fair share of jobs using agile methodologies and also using waterfall methodologies. I've also been able to use some tools, software tools, to execute projects in both agile and in waterfall processes. So my LinkedIn is there for you to look at, and also I do a little bit of software engineering. So I have some work on GitHub in case you want to check it out, but that's not what we are focusing on here. So interesting companies I've worked at. All these companies are in Nigeria. The ones that I've worked with that are not in Nigeria, I've actually had no space to put them in, but notable ones at the oil and gas company, which I was a project manager. And mostly I was using the tool called MS Project, which I can just speak about. Very interesting tool. I also use another tool. I'll share that with us during the course of this slide. I've worked in UBA. If any of you are from Nigeria, you will understand that this is one of the banks that's, one of the top banks. Also, I've worked with Unified Payments, is an IT company. I've worked with Axion. Axion is a bank also. Then this logo right here, the blue one, 99 Apartments, is a real estate prop tech company. And also I did a brief about 6 to 8 months in NNPC as when I was starting my career. So yes, that's me there with the cap. Never mind the traditional style. I'm trying to rep my country. Okay, so what is project management? Most of us will wonder what project management is, and I'm sure we are not, we are not so new to this word project management. But what's it about? I said we have two major institutes, that are we have a lot, but there are two major institutes that are recognized. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you dropped off. Your screen
Okay,
is not showing. Yeah, your screen is not showing either.
That was serious. That should be my network. Apologies for that. Let me go back to sharing my screen. I hope I've not really. Okay, so Where did I drop off exactly? Was it before here or?
Just the moment you share this.
Okay. Oh, apologies for that. Network can be funny sometimes. So I was talking about what project management is, and I said that PMI, the Institute for Project Management, defines it as a temporary endeavor undertaking to create a unique product. Now, you can see that word unique product, that is the main key. When you are on a project, there must be a goal. That is to create something unique. When something is unique, it means that it is not the same. You don't have same projects. Even when you are building a house and it's the same design, the same artisans working there, I can tell you that there's going to be a slight difference. So that's what the word unique is. That means every product or every project you undertake, you must create something unique. You cannot create the same, can't have the same project or the same end result of a project. So when you keep that in mind, and it could also be service or a result. So a temporary endeavor, the word temporary means that a project has a start and a finish date. That's what it means to be temporary. Any project that does not have a finish date is not a project. They call those ones business as usual. For instance, an operation work in a company. You can't say, we are starting operations and we are going to finish. No. It's a project that has a start and finish date. Now, let me go to what Prince 2 says. Prince 2 defines project as a temporary organization. You can see the word temporary in both definitions of these different institutes. So trying to tell you how a project functions, it's a temporary thing. So it defines it as temporary organization that is created for the purpose of delivering one or more business products according to an agreed business case. I like the word, the way Prince 2 defined it, because it's talking more about business. Now, when you hear that word business case, a business case is just a summary of it's a document that explains if a project is viable or not. Now, a business case can be created, is always created rather, at the beginning of a project to justify the end. Is this project worth embarking on or not? Business case deals with that. So these are the things you're going to be getting used to in the course of this learning when you enroll. So let me go to the next slide. Okay, so Akin talked about this, the career opportunities in projects. So I will not dwell more on it. And he said it that an average project manager earns about 50-something thousand pounds in UK. So you can see it there, both different projections, and we are arriving at the same estimates. So it shows you that it's a lucrative career to undertake. So even as a junior project manager, you earn very well, not to talk of a senior project manager. Okay, so why project management? Akin also talked about it. And the reason is that if you are a project manager, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, doesn't matter which organization or background you have, you will always have a clear and organized plan that improves team collaboration. So a project manager automatically, if you are trained as a project manager, company desire your skill. They know that, yes, this person can organize and plan, because that is exactly what projects is about. It's about planning a task, executing, and delivering results. So these are things that can set you apart from every other person who is not project inclined. Also, you know how to define roles and eliminate confusion from any organization you are in. There are a lot of ways where projects can assist you to be able to understand roles. And when people understand their role, they can carry their job out easily. I'll give you a little experience of myself, because I also worked as a business development manager, where I'm managing a team of about 12 people from cross-functional departments. I was able to conquer this team because I had to define roles for everyone. Because at the first when I started my work with them, it was confusion every day. But as a project manager, I had to sit down, draft, everybody's role. And when I give it to them and I ask them to sign off on it, I was able to, get everybody and eliminate confusion from my team. So everybody understand that, oh, this is where my role, this is what my role is, and this is the line I shouldn't cross. So as a project manager, you have that mindset of being able to, define roles. Now, another thing is you have well-defined goals that improve team efficiency and effectiveness as a project manager. Also, your communication skill is increased. You see, it defines communication plan that keeps your team aligned and focused. A project manager at every point of a project communicates with stakeholders. So this is a very important tool, communication, either verbal communication, either non-verbal, and whatsoever type of communication, you learn it on this role as being a project manager. And then finally, it helps to increase efficiency. That's project management tools. You know, I was talking about some tools that I was using. It helps you, you know how to use a lot of tools. Like Akin said, the MS project is a very, very unique tool to plan projects. Imagine you knowing how to do that. It gives you an edge over a lot of other of your peers. Okay, so what are the deliverables in this course? So by the word deliverables, it means what are you expecting to get or achieve when you enroll on this course? Now, you have an opportunity to learn both PMI and Prince2 project management principles. You know, the reason is I am a Prince2 certified project manager. I'm going to be teaching you from the standpoint of the PMP, that's project management professional. So you have a combination of those two. I was talking about combos. You have a combination of those two tools together in one. And also you'll be learning waterfall and agile methodologies. When I was learning Prince2, I really, really hoped and wished that I could learn agile at the same time. But no, I paid almost $600 to get my certification, not learn, just get a certification. And imagine, I didn't learn anything agile, but here you have the chance, you know, to learn what agile methodologies is it's a must learn for any project manager nowadays, because if you go out there and look for project management job on LinkedIn, you would see that most of the jobs are IT inclined. And if it's IT inclined, the tool you use or the method you use are agile methods. So you're going to be having a win-win. You know the waterfall. So if you find yourself in any industry that uses waterfall, you are good. If you find yourself in any industry that uses agile, which is most popular, you are good. So those are the things you get. And also you learn how to manage a project from start to finish. Yes, and both conventional projects and software projects. Those are the things you are going to be getting in this course. And also understand how to manage the variables that control any project. A lot of variables control a project. One of them is cost. One of them is time. Another is scope. So a lot of variables like this control a project. So that means a project will be successful based on these variables. If you don't have money, you can't finish a project. The time has to be certain. The scope means the method you are using. You know, also risk is part of the variables too. Uncertainty, that's what risk means. Helps you to, in this course, you learn how to, manage all these variables. And also you have opportunity to collaborate on a live project with required support. I can have said so much about this. This is two segments.
Yeah, let's just give him a few seconds to reconnect.
Apologies again. I have a very terrible weather right here, so that's why I keep dropping off. But can I assure you, it should be perfect by now. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, so sorry about that. Okay. Yes, my screen has been shared. I'm about to, be rounding off this process right now. So I was talking about, okay, let me go back to that slide. Opportunity to collaborate on a live project with required support. Yeah, Akin has mentioned a lot about that. So you'll be working on a live project, and this is a very great and unique experience that you rarely get everywhere, to collaborate on live projects. It means you have your own real life project and you work with a client and you deliver the project. Also, mentorship on how to easily transition into project management. Akin is going to provide that for you throughout this project. I also am going to be doing the same. Also, you'll be able to learn software and solutions used to manage both waterfall and agile projects. So look at all these enormous deliverables here. Okay, so waterfall project management. So I'm giving you an overview of what waterfall project management is an approach that entails clearly defined sequence of execution with project phases that do not advance until a phase receives final approval. Okay, let me skip all this grammar. What it's saying is that in a waterfall project, if you don't finish a process, you can't advance to the next. That's what waterfall means. So like, I had a link here, but because of time, okay, let me click on the link and see. And I'm trying to show you what waterfall means. Okay, please just bear with me. And okay, can you see this little diagram here?
Yes.
Okay, so now if waterfall project is applicable to projects that are construction based, also we can use them in software development, but it's more efficient when you are having development or when you're having construction project that requires construction. It could be building of a house, road, and whatnot. So let's say we are building a house, for instance. The first thing you consider when you are building a house is to have a design plan, right? Plan design by your architects. The architect comes up with a design plan, and after that, what do? You do foundation and you start doing block works. So that's another major thing when you are doing a construction. If you have an engineer here, please, you can guide me through it though. But yes, I'm sure I pretty know how to the processes of the how building works. So after the block work, let's say you do roofing and finishing. So roofing and fittings, and so it includes lintel, whatsoever it is. After that, you hand over, right? You deliver the project. Now, all these processes, can you do roofing before planning? It's not possible. Can you do block work before planning? No, it's not possible. You can see that they are dependent on one another. That's why it's called waterfall, and they are falling. Look, like a ripple that is falling. That's what a waterfall project is. So you'll be able to learn this while enroll on this course, and then also many details of it is going to be given to us. So that's what a typical example of a waterfall project is. And how about agile project management? And agile project management is an iterative approach. When they say iterative, it means it's repeated. Yes, iterative approach to managing software development. So when you talk about software, agile is the go-to. And it focuses on continuous release and incorporating customer feedback with every iteration. Now, take for instance, one of you wants to develop a mobile app. The best way to go about it is to ensure that you iterate. That means you develop in stages. You develop in sprints. They call those stages sprints. So when you run a sprint, it's about a 1 to 4 weeks period where you execute projects. These are things that you are going to be learning hands-on during this course. And you can see this little diagram here. It's talking about your process of doing the agile process, agile methodology, which is the first thing is to design and to develop, test, deploy, review. So because it says incorporating customer feedback with every iteration, it means that it allows you to collaborate with your stakeholders, with clients. The owner of the app can come at any time and they know the progress of their work. So it's a faster way, but that's why it's called agile. Agile means to be fast. It's a faster way of delivering value rather than the traditional method. Now, what are some methods of some agile methodologies? We have Scrum, we have Lean, Extreme Programming, we have Kanban, we have feature-driven developments called FDD. We have many others. We have some like called Crystal Clear. There's another one called DSDM, that's Dynamic System Development. So a lot of agile methodologies, but in this course, we are going to be talking more about Scrum because Scrum is the most popular of all of the agile methodologies. So it's widely used. Every organization uses Scrum. Scrum is more encompassing than the others. Now, if some people that are into core computer coding and IT, for instance, like the Google, all these computer builders, they use extreme programming, but also they also use Scrum. So Scrum is widely used. So we are going to be learning Scrum in details during the course of this project. Now, what are the software tools that we are going to be using for both Agile and Waterfall project management? What are the software tools? We're going to be using just a few, but there are some software tools here that are notable. So in case you are someone that loves to explore, you can try your hands on learning them. They are easy. Once you know one or two, I'm sure you can do the rest. So we have Oracle Primavera P6. I'm actually certified in that software. It's a project management software that is very, very interesting for managing waterfall projects. Waterfall project, very interesting. Also, Microsoft projects, Aki has talked about it. In this course, we are going to be treating Microsoft projects. We have Trello, we have ClickUp, we have Jira. So our go-to in this course will be Jira and Microsoft projects. So also, during the course of the project, it can be so interesting for us to look into any other one if time permits. We have Asana, we have WorkZone, Monday.com, Podio. These are all software tools that you can use. There are more than hundreds of tools that they have been developed daily. Now, how do you even develop these tools? You still use agile methods, right? So you can find yourself working in any of these companies after the course of this project because you have been exposed into managing, project management in a software development lifecycle. Okay, so in conclusion, before I hand over to Akin, I would like to advise, for us to understand the knowledge benefits or the benefit of knowing project management. It offers you opportunity to think better. If you're a project manager, your thinking is different from every other person's thinking. You think like a solution-oriented individual. You don't just think like someone that is just, you don't think like an ordinary person. So if you add project management to your coffers, you have the opportunity to reason better because you analyze and break down things easily. When a project manager looks at the task, he knows how to break it down. He's used to it. So it helps you to organize faster. It gives you faster way of organizing and to deliver efficiently. As a project manager, having the knowledge of project management, it has really helped me in any way I'm working, whether I'm working in a technical role or a non-technical role, in a business role. I'm even going for business meetings. There's a way I schedule my presentation that I put a little touch of project management there, and it's an efficient delivery, excellent work at the end of the day. So that's the thing you get by having the knowledge of project management. Now, whether you are tech inclined or not, doesn't matter. Some of us can say, oh, I did not do IT in school, or I didn't even do science. Doesn't really matter. I myself, I read a course that is not really tech inclined. And look at me today. I work as a project manager in top companies because it all takes you determination to say, this is what I want to do. And I'm sure that for you to have enrolled or come through for this tester section, you have such determination. So I will encourage you to, put this determination into actions by enrolling. So yeah, like I said, being tech inclined or not doesn't really matter. Having the knowledge is what matters. So the knowledge gives you a huge advantage in today's industry. Akin has talked about it, how COVID has made working from home a priority right now. You can be working, you can be in UK and be working in Australia, you can be working in Canada, you can be in Nigeria right now and have 3 to 5 jobs outside executing projects. It doesn't really take you anything. And let me tell you, it's not a big deal. A lot of people think it's a big deal. No, if you enroll in this course, I can assure you that when you finish, you would smile and say, oh, is this what it is? So when you hear some people saying, oh, I'm a project manager in one software company, and you think it's so much of a big deal, no. Once you're exposed to all these things and you know how it's been done, it becomes a piece of cake to you. Yes, there's high demand in the tech inclined expertise. So anyone that has a little bit of a tech skill, for instance, like project management, you have high demand. On your CV, once Aki mentioned during the course of this program that you're going to have your CV optimized and your LinkedIn optimized. Some people can even call you, right, even without applying, because of how your CV is positioned. they will just reach out to you and ask for what you can do. And you have experience. You have experience because you've been part of a project. So I'm going to be advising everyone to enroll for this course. You have to be intentional and about what you expected of your expected outcome. You have to be intentional about it. That's what will help you throughout and help you to get a good outcome of it. So thank you very much. Akin, I'll be handing over back to you.
No problem. Thanks, Tonayo. Please, if you have any questions, this is the time. You can start raising your hand, and if you want to drop your questions on the chat as well, you can as well do that. I think one of the reasons why we are on this session is to rub minds together to share ideas. So I would like to hear from, I'd like to hear from us, your take, anything, any concern, any question you might have. You might drop it in the chat as well. As I said, looking to start the training on the 29th of this month. It's going to be 3 months. Although I say 3 months, it's like 3 months, 2 weeks thereabout. For the journey, the practical will take you 5 to 6 weeks, and after that, you'll be put on a project for another 2 months, where you're going to be acting as PM or SM, just to get your hands dirty, so that when you start, by the time you start going for interviews, you are confident, you can come up with scenarios, you can come up with examples, there will be nothing to be worried about. So please, if you have any questions, please kindly raise your hand. Talk to me. At least I've been talking to you. I want to hear from you as well. Sydney, you raise your hand.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I go ahead?
Yes, I can hear you.
Well, though I just typed my question, but I think I'll just go ahead.
Yeah, you can ask.
Yeah, I'm currently studying for an MSc in construction project management. So I try to get the difference between this particular training and the Scrum Master training. Because it seems as if this particular training now is incorporating both IT project management and Scrum Master training. I believe you also have a training specifically for Scrum Master. So I want to know the difference between these two trainings.
So that's correct. So the training for Scrum Master, as I said, I always try to make my trainings a double combo. If you are going for the Scrum Master training, the combo for that will be product owner. So you'll be trained as a product owner. So it's the same thing. But for the project management, the combo for that will be Scrum Master. So it's the same exposure that you have when you enroll on the Scrum Master product owner that you're going to have on this one. The only thing that you will not be exposed to is the product owner part of it, if you understand me. So you only be exposed to project management and Scrum Master on this particular one, whereby on the other one, you'll be exposed to a Scrum Master role and a product owner role. Do you understand, Sydney? So that's the difference between the two courses, actually.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Sydney. Any other question from anyone? If you have any other question, please kindly raise your hand. Let me check the chat. Okay, Sydney. I'm just going through the chart. Please go over the cost implication. So the cost for the 3 months or 3 months, 2 weeks training or program is £600. For those that will be paying once, you can get 40% discount if you are paying on or before the 29th of this month. But if you are not paying once, you can still get a discount, but it will be a 20% discount, and half payments will be required to start, and the other half can be paid within 4 to 5 weeks after you started on the course. But everything needs to be paid in full before you are put on a live project. That's just the only condition. And that is to got ID. I hope I've been able to answer that question. Again, on your screen right now is my WhatsApp number. If you have any question after this call, you can as well message me on that number. Martha, you raise your hand. Martha's iPhone, you raise your hand. Are you still there? If you are talking, you're on mute. If you are talking.
Okay. Yeah. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Please, can I get the recording of this program, because I wasn't able to join on time, so I missed out some material.
Are you on the group chat?
Yeah. No, I'm not on the group chat.
All right. So what you
Yes,
can do is this recording will be made available it will be available on our YouTube channel by tomorrow. So if you just go on YouTube and type Learn with Pride, or what you can do is, if that would be a big deal, copy the number on the screen down, send me a WhatsApp message, then I'll send you the recording.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Thank you.
You are welcome. All right. Any other question from anyone? I don't want to take too much of your time, but any question from anyone else? Again, we are starting on the 29th of this month. It's going to be twice a week. It's going to run Mondays and Fridays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time. And that will go on for 6 weeks. Then after that, as I said, you'll be put on a live project where you work as part of a team to deliver whatever has been given to you. How do Iwa, I don't know whether I'm going to say it right, but pardon me if I don't.
It's okay. I know you're talking to me. Yeah, my question was to do with I think I've heard you talking about software testing, and I think I'm more interested in that side of things. I don't know if you can, shed some bit of light on that one, or if it's something you're not gonna do. I don't know.
Yeah, we run software testing as well, but if you get the number, if you note down the number on your screen, for the overview session, is it the manual one or the automation one?
Well, to be honest, I think I'll just like to run through everything again, and I have a bit knowledge of the manual testing. I think I did it halfway some good 8 years ago, and carry on with it, to be honest. But however, I know it. There's automation now, and that's more of the bigger bit of it again, if I understand that correctly.
All right. So what will happen is, because this particular one is focused on project management. So if you message me on WhatsApp, we can talk on WhatsApp. Then I can break everything down for you, the automation, the manual, then you can decide which one you want to go for.
Okay. Or rather, if I'm to ask you, what would be the best guide coming from you in comparison as to software testing and project management?
It all depends. When it comes to career transitioning, it all depends on your strength.
Okay.
Right? You need to leverage on your strength when you are transitioning. So are you the type that is good with technical stuff? Are you the guy that likes to explore despite the fact that you don't know it? Or are you the type that likes managing projects, managing people, coordinating different organizing different meetings with different stakeholders, documentation? So you need to weigh yourself. You need to know what you are good at, and you can capitalize on that while transitioning. So it actually boils down to you. What is your strength naturally?
I just think like I can cope with anything, to be honest. It all depends on if I want to get it done, I'll definitely get it done. So I don't think anything is difficult as long as you put your heads down to just
that is it.
get through it, and that's how it
As I
works.
said, my background as well was in accounting.
Nothing is rocket science to me.
Nothing. As long as you put your mind, I told you my background was in accounting, non-technical. All I knew before was balance sheet, debit, credit, accounts and all of that. But what I'm doing now is totally different. I transitioned to a completely different career path, which is technical. I write codes in programming language like C#, and I even train others as well. And I only embarked on a 3-month journey as well. So anything is possible. You just have to put your mind. That is it.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So yeah, if you message me, we can talk better on that.
All right, I'm gonna message you.
No worries.
All right.
No problem. Thanks. All right. Any other question from anyone before we call it a night? There's no. Or if you don't want to hear or if you don't want to talk to me, rather.
Hello.
Yeah, Annie.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, shut up. Shut your bitch ass up, kid. Shut your bitch ass up, Troy. Hey, you lame as shit, kid. On my mama low. You nasty as shit, kid. Look at your forehead. That yee ass haircut on my mama low. You getting fucked low on my mama, kid.
Please, can you just kick that person?
I just did that. I just did that. Any other question from anyone who is not a scammer?
Hello.
Yes, Abdul.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sorry, I joined the meeting late, and it's not all that too late. But this and that I don't understand, and I want more knowledge about it. The CV revamp.
Oh, okay. 1 second. So in my slide, there was this stage. Let me go back there. So yeah, this is where it comes in. So despite the fact that you've gone through the training and you've gone through the practicals, if your CV is not done right, you will not get a job, you will not get calls. If your LinkedIn is not optimized, you will not get calls. You have to be visible in the market before you can start to get calls. And that what will give you that visibility is your CV and your presence online. That is why there's emphasis on the CV that it has to be revamped to international standard if you want to start applying for international jobs. It's as simple as that. But if you have a CV already that is good enough, why not? You don't need to revamp your CV.
Yes, thank you. I've gotten you. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Abdul. No problem. So any other question from anyone before we call it a night? Any other question? This guy has joined back. I'll go.
Hello.
Hello, Brendan.
I'm fine, thanks, and you?
Yes, I'm good.
That's okay. I wanted to ask, how can I switch from a network engineer experience to a better profession in ITC?
It doesn't matter your background. I just gave you my own example, right? My background was in accounting, so it doesn't matter your background, whether you did engineering or you did computer science or you did language, it doesn't matter. What matters most is your determination, because we are going to take you on the journey right from the very scratch. So you don't need to worry about. All you need to worry about is, am I ready for the journey? Am I ready to commit my time, my everything, my sweat into the process. If the answer is yes, then you are more than welcome. You can transition into any career of your choice, whether it's project management, whether it's business analyst, whether it's DevOps, any career of your choice. But before transitioning, you must have researched into that career path that you want to transition into. Probably you've been hearing about DevOps, or you've been hearing about project management, and you don't really know what project management or DevOps is all about. You yourself needs to go online, either on YouTube, on Google, and do more research about that career path. Then you can decide that, yes, I want to go into DevOps because I see myself doing more of a DevOps work, or I see myself being a project manager. You'll be able to make that decision. But regardless of your background,
Fuck gini ya saudari.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, transition
Okay,
is possible.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's all I need to know.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay.
All right. If there's no other questions, thanks everyone for your time.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Sir. Thank you very much. There is this thing they always post on the page, and I don't know whether the actual training it involves some payment or I don't know. They'll post that 20% discount, 40% discount, and I don't understand it. Please.
You know what? Why not message me on this number? Then I'll explain. I'll break everything down for you if you message me on that number. Is that all right? And the recording will be made available as well. All right. If there's no other question aside that, thanks everyone for your time, and hopefully we'll see you on the journey. Have a good evening, everyone. Thanks.